Hello, it's Neil Ball here from Work with Neil Ball, and today in this video I'm going to demonstrate how to create an image or a banner that when you hover the mouse over it changes in some way. So for example, if you take this banner on the right hand side of my website, as I hover over the mouse forces an image to check the image to change like that. Now it's very straightforward to do. This is actually one image, and if I show you, it's actually made up of an image like this, which is the two images side by side. So you've got the image on the left, which is the image that is shown before the mouse hovers over, and when the mouse hovers over, the right hand image is then shown. And there's a little bit of code that you need to make that happen, but it's very straightforward. So you start off obviously with the left and the right image. They both have to be exactly the same size. So and what you do then is you put them together on a single image with a space down the middle, something like 10. That's approximately what I've done. I've got so that they're not overlapping, and there's a distinct difference between the two of them. You could probably get away with a smaller gap than that, but I usually always work with 10. So if we now create if I now create another image now, it's a very straightforward process. You're going to be doing it's 580, and I think the height on this was 543. So just create a new image like that, and then really it's just a question of positioning the positioning the images to the left and the right once you've created the larger sized image. So again, duplicate that, send it to the new image. So here we have it. So we've got the left image and the right image. So this one's the right image. So we're just going to slide that over to the right, like that, until it's perfectly lined up. There we are. And then the left image, oops, I've got to select the layer. And then this one, we're just going to position to the right, sorry, to the left. So you'd then save that. I usually save it as a PNG, and so that's fairly straightforward. The next thing that you'll need to do is to go into Wordpress and go into media and add the image to the image library. So you're just going to upload it, and you're going to get the URL, which I'll just show you now, because I've just done this fairly recently on here. So here it is, and you're going to grab this URL here, which is the URL of the image, and then there's some code which I'll actually supply to you on my website. So if you come to my website, which is workwithneilball.com, as you can see at the top, I'll actually put a link at the side of this video, so if you're watching it on YouTube or something, if you click the link, I'll put the code on my web page, so you can just grab it off the page and copy and paste it onto your website and put your link in there to get it working. So if we now go into widgets, which is in appearance, we'll go to the right sidebar. What you need to do is you need to drag a text box across over into the sidebar widget that's going to be displayed, or you need to put a text widget into the sidebar area, and then what you'll do is you'll then copy this code, which I'm showing you now on the screen, into that box. Now, a couple of things about this: you set on here this first part of it, you set the size of the image that you want to display, because what's actually effectively good that actually happens here is that as you hover the mouse over the image, it goes from showing the left hand side of the image to the right hand side of the image. So at any time you're only going to see the width of the image. Now the two images that I'm using there on the single image are each 285 wide. So the left hand image is 285 and the right hand image is 285, and then you've got obviously the height is 543. So these settings here need to be the size of the image that you want to display. So then what you're going to do is this background setting here is where you actually put the URL of the image that you've uploaded, which is the big image, which I've just showed you there. So that's the URL we've just taken there. And the only other thing you need to do is I've put some extra code on here for clicking it. So when you click the image will then you'll then be taken to another page. So what I'll do is I'll put all of that on my website, so you can just easily copy and paste it rather than trying to copy it off this video, because it's obviously going to be prone to mistakes. And once you've done that and you save it, then you should get an image like this, which is really effective, and it's really simple. There's nothing fancy about it at all, and there are a number of people out there, as I said earlier, who are making this incredibly complicated when it isn't. So that is how you make an image that changes as you do a hover over like that, which is a great way of getting people's attention as they navigate around your website. So I'm Neil Ball from Work with Neil Ball. If you need any other hints and tricks, have a look at my website, which is workwithneilball.com, and I'll speak to you again. Thank you. Goodbye.